It's a tale as old as time. Boy meets girl, they fall in love, buy the house, have the kid. Boy starts a YouTube channel for vintage toys, goes on multiple hunts, until one day one of those hunts leads him to something more. Stick around. All right, welcome back everybody. Today we're off to a pop culture mecca here in Austin, Texas. It's a full block collection of toy stores and comic book stores. I've talked about it before. So the flagship store is Austin Books and Comics. It's one of the coolest comic stores I think in the country. It's really old, started like in the 70s. They have great selection there. And then next to that is Guzoo Gallery. This is like high-end modern toys. Think like blind boxes or like designer figures. And they also have a actual art gallery there for like pop culture stuff. Moving on to the side lot, we have Outlaw Moon. This is a store that has like vintage toys and tabletop games. I know that's a really weird combination, but that's what they have. It sort of works. And then in the far back is Sidekick Store. This is like markdown inventory, cheap comics. Sometimes they actually have some really cool kind of vintage toy stuff in there too. So yeah, that's the 4 stores that make up this block. Now today, Valentine's Day, they're having what they call a warehouse sale. Now they're bringing out all the stuff from the warehouse, from the back that we don't usually get to see. I'm really hoping there is some cool vintage toy stuff here. They're throwing it all in a tent, like a big circus tent, marking a lot of it down, and let's see, high hopes for what they have today. I get there and I immediately notice, like it says comics, I can see there's people looking through comics. I go in and boy, there's a couple people in here. It's really packed. I try to make my way around as best I can. I can see that they have some toys hanging from the top, and then the bottom is kind of just like tables of comics. And it is like person to person. I can't really even like get up to look at stuff. The vintage toys they have here, they're maybe from like the last 20, 30 years, so they're not super piquing my interest. I'm getting worried because this was my content for the video today, and I'm like, am I gonna have anything to show you guys? So, I don't know. Did I just say content? Oh my God. What have I become? So today is all about pivots, okay? I came here for this. It looks like it's not working out with the tent. I started thinking, so in my first video back on YouTube, I went to the Outlaw Moon store and actually scored on a vintage Soki and saw some other really neat stuff in there. So I'm like, let's go back in there. Maybe I can make a video out of just picking up some of the stuff that I didn't grab the last time. Hey, last time I came in, I think you were in here. You guys pulled out some like 60s Sokis from the back. Do you know if those still exist, or they're like the bubble bath from the bubble bath?
Oh,
the
old yeah, I think we're all sold out.
The shampoo bottles?
Yeah.
They're gone.
They're gone?
Yeah.
You also had a Spider-Man bubblegum dispenser. Did that get sold?
Too. Yeah.
Sold? Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of that vintage stuff is gone now.
Okay. Oh man, what a horrible sentence. All the vintage stuff was sold? Yikes. Okay, pivots. I came all the way out here. I've got footage already. I need to make this work. I'm determined to make a video out of this. So I start thinking, when I started YouTube like 3-ish years ago, it was primarily a vintage comic book channel. A lot of you may not know this. I have a huge comic book collection, all vintage, like old stuff, really well kept, nice copies of comic books. I kind of got priced out of the hobby. It just got too expensive. So I rebranded my channel into Vintage Toys, another one of my loves. And that's kind of what I talk about mostly these days. But I do occasionally still pick up comic books in a certain category, and that category is what I call Saturday morning comics. Now these are comic books, they could be from the 30s up to like the 90s, but they're based on properties that we watched on Saturday morning cartoons. You know, so anything from like the older stuff, Top Cat, Hot Stuff, Harvey Comics, Hanna-Barbera, stuff like that, all the way up to like the 80s and 90s, you know, the stuff you guys love, G.I. Joe, Masters, anything I watched on TV, anything I bought toys of that has a comic book, I kind of file in this category, and I really think that vintage toy collectors should jump on this trend. I mean, why would you not want to have reading material for the things that you love? So, Austin Books and Comics has a lot of these types of books. They have a really great selection. So I'm heading back in there. I'm determined to make a freaking video. Who's that?
Evan, the chipmunk.
Yeah. Alvin!
So Dawn will like literally just map out all six of them
Albert.
in the volume really. So it's like you kind of get a feel, but it's very. And they kind of like reference and stuff that's going on and everything at the time, but like this is really, I guess, really history. And it's kind of structured in a very, I wouldn't call it an anthology, but I think each issue kind of tells like a very distinct story rather than this. And there's two of these that will carry you pretty much all the way through the Independent X-Men. And then I think after like 19 or 20 issues of that.
One thing I did notice though, when I came into the store, they have the big gallery wall of like the nicer high-end books. And I noticed that someone seems to have brought in maybe a full collection of like Golden Age, Disney and other stuff, books that look like they're in great shape and are just absolutely beautiful. I just love the covers. I love the larger-than-life drawings of these characters. I'm not a big Disney guy, but these just really speak to me. Do you have any more of this collection not graded? These old like Disney or?
Only what's up above.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's two up there. Weirdly, I don't know how it ended up, but there's another one of those tiny ones way over there. I don't know why it's over there.
Oh, the little Santa one?
Yeah, the tiny ones on the left. Yeah, those are from 1933, and they were part of like a dairy giveaway. But some of these are going to be, you know, they didn't really change in price after I graded them, which is my bad.
Yeah. Just curious, like say for instance the one with the jack-o'-lantern. What's the price on that? Just curious.
400.
Kind of what I figured. Those are beautiful,
Yeah, they're
especially the Halloween ones.
Yeah, they're awesome. I'm a fan of the Halloween ones, and then I do like the Donald ones. And
Yeah.
there's some rare ones like this predates the Pinocchio movie, and
Oh,
so
wow.
it's the first appearance of Jiminy Cricket ever.
Wow.
Crazy. So like there's just like some cool ones. We had like a first Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it was also a Christmas one. We had it around Christmas time. It was like
Yeah.
$1,800, which is insane. But it was a really nice grade, so.
I love those so much.
Right?
And so, yeah, $400, $300. I could not afford these books. I loved looking at them, so I was like, let me go see what I can find more in my price range. I did find some things that I left the store with. First thing I grabbed was this. It's a New Funnies Woody Woodpecker book. I have some others that look a lot like this. It's probably from like the 40s, I want to guess, maybe the 50s. I didn't open it to look, but Man, look at the colors. I love the yellows and reds. This is why I collect comic books, people. I love just how they pop. I love the artwork. I also grabbed a little bit more modern. So I have Thundercats #1. I've had this for a while. They had some other really high grade Thundercats books. Now, everything I collect is gotta be like high grade. I like it to present well, I like it to be crisp and clean. I picked up #21, Thundercats, another awesome yellow cover. #8. This reminds me a lot of a Spider-Man cover where water's falling down on him. And then #13, it's a wicked smart Mumra cover. Look at that. So grabbed all those, 4 books today. Not a huge haul, but again, all about pivoting, making this video work. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. My apologies for tricking you with the thumbnail. I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of this one. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.